This video will walk you through something that is surely going to come up during the course of your semester. How to change a due date that you have assigned on your MyLanguageLab calendar. To change a due date, all you need to do is from the Today's view, go to Course Content and choose the Organize Calendar option. This will bring you to a place where you can organize your calendar, including cutting and pasting and moving items from one day to another. I'm going to walk you through a couple of frequently used scenarios that you may encounter during the course of your semester. One scenario is that you have already assigned items to a day on the calendar, and then something comes up during the course of the semester. Inside the Organize Calendar option, you have your calendar on the left-hand side, and whatever material that is assigned on that day will appear on the list on the right. If you don't have anything assigned on a day that you select via Organize Calendar, that area will be blank on the right-hand side. The first step is to go to the day on the calendar that you currently have your assignment that you would like to move. Notice too, you can go forward into future months, so even if you know ahead of time that you're going to need to change a due date, you can do so at any point. All you need to do is go to a day and pick that day with your mouse. Then you see that you have items assigned to that day. One scenario is that some instructors would like to move every item from that day and move it to a different day. If you want to move all the items, all you need to do is make sure you select the right day, and then over on the right-hand side, click the checkbox on the top next to Name. This will automatically select all the items there on your list. The next step you must do is use the maroon toolbar and go to the Cut feature. Choose Cut. Notice the items will turn red italics. This is a good thing. If you see the red italics, you know you did something right. The next step is to now go to the day you wish to reassign these items to. You can pick any day you'd like on the calendar, including a day that may already have assignments. You can always add to any day's assignments. Let's do one scenario where you'd like to move it to a completely different day that has no assignments. Click on that day with your mouse, and the day will now appear. If there's no items assigned to that day, this area will be blank. Then, the last and final step is on this maroon toolbar, you should only have one option, and that is to paste. Now you can paste all those items that I had cut on January 7th, and we can now paste them to January 12th. Choose Paste, and notice you get a couple different options. Now, when you're pasting something to a day that has no items on it, you can just choose Paste at Top. The page will refresh, and now the items will appear on your calendar for the new due date. Notice that the alarm clock changed and jumped from the 7th to the 12th. This happens immediately, so you do not have to click a Save button. As soon as your students now go into your MyLanguageLab course, they will now see this new due date. Another important point to make is that if your students had completed some of these activities before you changed the due date, their work will not be lost. Their grades will still be in the gradebook, and all their work will be saved. If they hadn't completed the work by that due date and you extended the due date, the students will still have the ability to go in and complete the activity and have it counted as on-time work for them. A second scenario that may come up is that you only might want to move one item from your list and not everything. You can always just select one item from a day on the calendar or a couple. You don't have to always select all. Just simply click next to any item that you wish to move, and you do the same exact steps. You choose Cut, you pick a new day. Let's show how you can paste something to a day that has an alarm clock already. So I just cut one activity from January 12th, and now I'd like to paste it into January 14th. I already have activities listed here on my calendar, but I can still go to the Paste option and choose, do I want to paste that activity I cut to the top of the list so it appears at the very top, or would I like it to appear at the bottom under Paste at Bottom? Notice you have two items here that are grayed out, Paste Before Selected or Paste After. If you wanted to insert an activity in between other activities, you can use this feature. So how do you turn it on? all you need to do is choose the item that you want to have be inserted in before or after. So for instance, if I wanted to insert the activity I cut from January 12th, and now I want it to appear right above SAM 0117, I can select SAM 0117 with a check mark. I then come back up to paste, and notice now my paste before selected and paste after selected are highlighted. I can choose one or the other. I would choose paste before selected if I wanted that item to be pasted in before SAM 0117. I would choose paste after selected if I wanted the item to fall below SAM 1017. I'm going to choose paste before. The page will refresh, and now notice the item was successfully pasted right where I needed it to be. This concludes how to change a due date on the calendar.